setting boundaries and keeping them. Be more punctual. A lot of us are pushovers, right? We deal with people who aren't really there and aren't really doing what they're supposed to do. And then people who just don't like. Here's what I said, and it's related to the video, leave those, or let people leave you. Remember when I said that if you're the problem, expect them to leave you? The point is, people have boundaries. You have things they want from you, right? I'll go into an example. Your workplace. Your job wants you to do work for a certain amount of pay. If you don't like the amount of pay, leave. And if they don't give you enough pay and you say, I'm going to leave if you don't give me enough pay, they should expect you to leave. Stick to that. If the job wants to do something, or let's say they say, hey, I want you to do this type of thing. I had a workplace that was like this. And the one thing that they said is they wanted me to greet, or like, it was like an attitude thing. They wanted my attitude to be a specific way. They wanted my attitude to be like this. I didn't see a problem with my attitude, so I didn't want to change it. So you'd expect that if I don't want to change anything, then I can't work in the workplace. They told me that I couldn't work in the workplace if I did not change this thing. Here's the thing. When you decide to do these things and you set your boundaries, this is what happens, right? If you set a boundary, let's say you're talking to your landlord, right? Your landlord wants you to pay a certain price. If you're unwilling to pay the price the landlord wants you to pay to stay in his and abide in his room or whatever, if you are unable to pay such a thing, what does that mean? What does that mean? If you're unable to pay, what does that mean? Just simply, what does it mean? If you're unable to pay, what that simply means is you shouldn't be in the place. You should expect him. If he lets you stay anyway, that's on him. But he should be getting you out. You should expect him to push you and kick you out and evict you because you aren't paying. And if you're okay with that, you're okay with that. I have no problem with that. You can be okay with that. Be okay. Like, yeah, I'm going to be evicted. Cool, I'm out. Like, cool. Be okay with that. But you have to be honest. Are you actually okay with it? If you're okay with that, cool. Just be honest. Be like, I'm not going to pay. I'm going to be out. I'm going to be out of the house because I'm not going to pay. The landlord said this, and I said no to the landlord. Bye-bye. But be honest. And know when you can trust others, right? If you can't trust someone, leave. I decided to try to be more trustworthy, like saying yes and saying no. My yes be yes, my no be no. Being reliable. Right now, when someone asks me, are you going to do this thing? I say no or yes. I say, are you going to do this? If I don't know, I don't know. And realize that if you say you don't know to certain things that are very important, people will take that as a no. So expect that. Just know what to expect from what you say. When you say something, know what that means. Seriously, just know what you mean when what is happening, what's going to happen when you say something. Like recently I had a situation. It wasn't that serious, but it was related to and it's no hard feelings, right? It's never personal. It's personal for a lot of other people, but it isn't for me, right? Like I said about like appearing to doing what your employer wants. If you appear, say I'm going to appear to work on this date and you don't appear, what's up? Now, granted, a lot of times they're not going to just say no, like, okay, bye-bye, right? But for me, there's this tournament on Rivals that's once a month. Imagine if you had a shift of yours once a month and you never appeared to your once a month shift. Come on, bro. They should not let you be employed anymore. You didn't even appear. Let's say it was your first shift. You didn't appear to your first shift. That makes no sense. Like, okay, so the tournament, right? I'd like to play every month. At least I'd like to. But then certain people said they would show up and they didn't show up. Or they showed up and they couldn't play. They apparently couldn't play all matches. Certain people didn't show up. Then the people who we needed to show up, who said they were going to show up, couldn't play all of the matches. Wait, so you couldn't play all matches that we needed to be able to play? Like what is that? You actually can't play all matches? That makes no sense. Like, it actually makes no sense. Like you actually can't do it. Like you said you were going to, but you can't play all the matches that you need to be playing. That is what it is. People let people make a lot of chances, and a lot of them, like, it's not that serious. Like when I remove them from the group, they're like, what? It's like, yeah, you didn't appear. And they're like, is it personal? No, it's not personal. Like, I just don't want to interact with you. I don't hate you. I just don't want to interact with you. I can't trust you to appear to a tournament that happens once a month that you're not even able to show up for and play all the games for. Or you just show up for the second game when, like, you just weren't there. You show up for the second game, you missed the first one. Like, I don't know what else to say to you. If you're not able to show up for the games, I can't have you in here. It's nothing personal. It's nothing crazy. But, like, people get so mad about that I want to set boundaries. Or, like, when there's someone that you're talking to that doesn't, like, give you respect. Like, here's what happens when you don't put your foot down within this stuff. When you do not put your foot down, people do not respect you. When you do not put your foot down, you become a pushover. When you do not put your foot down, you are linked up and unequally yoked with people who do not care about you. You know what I told that boss when they told me that they wanted me to change my attitude? You know what I told them? I told them this. I said, no. They said, I want you to change your attitude, do this type of thing. You know, they had other rules that wanted to be done that were irrelevant, didn't really help with the job, they were just annoying. And they said, I want you to do this. This is our policy. If their policy, sure. If their policy is like, oh, I want you to do this thing and like make your attitude be a certain way, cool. But whether they say that or not, that, oh, I have this policy. It's like, okay, you have a policy? Cool, gotcha. I'm not going to do it. That's what I said. They said, are you going to be able to do that? I want you to start today. I hope you'll be able to do it by the end of the week. I said, I even said I tried to do it. I was like, I might be able to. I can't confirm deny if I'm able to do it by the end of the week. I can't exactly tell you that I can, but I'm not able to start right now. And the reason I said I wasn't able to start right now, I said it in the most weird way, because they basically said most of what they're saying was greet in this way, smile more. And I was in a bad mood now because I had been ridiculed ever since I had been there. So I was like, do you actually expect me to smile now? Like, you expect me to be all happy and glad and fake it? Like, no one, like, you're gonna, maybe the customers don't care. They still don't care. They don't care about this. And this was a customer facing job. It was, if I remember, it was actually security. I was security at like a grocery store, literally. But basically, they're like, oh, do it this way. And it's like, I don't want to greet the customers that way. I just want to say, hey, what's up, bro? What's poppin'? What's good, bro? Welcome. Hello. But they wanted me to say a specific line. When they say bye, they want me to say the specific line. I'm like, I'm just going to say bye to Brody. Maybe I'll even dap him up. Like, I don't care. Why do I need to say goodbye in a specific way? He doesn't do anything. Nobody cares. Whenever I did actually say that, it felt stupid. And the customer's like, I don't care. So whenever I was like, yo, what's good? Like, they were ready. Like, hey, man, what's up? Like, he's actually a real person, not saying robotic sentences. And I didn't smile when I wasn't happy. If I wasn't happy to see someone and they're being rude, I'm just going to say, all right, get on your way. See ya. But I'm not going to be all happy. They're like, oh, yeah, no, we want you to be happy. All right? You should start that today. I'm like, I'm not going to be able to start that today. Like, oh, you're not going to be able to do what we said and decide to be happy now. But yeah, I mean, how am I going to do that? This is not a good situation for me. I'm not happy right now. I'm getting told that I'm going to be fired if I can't smile more. If I can't say things, if I can't be myself. I literally can't be myself. Can't be even in myself isn't even like as in like, oh, I'm gonna be rude and toxic. No, I can't even be simply myself. Say things the way I want to. I have to be a robot. So I'm like, okay, this isn't a call center. I don't have specific lines I have to say to get people along a dialogue tree. This isn't a call center, bro. Like, come on, bro. This isn't some movie that I have a script for. All right, this isn't my voice acting when I have a script. This isn't what this is. Like, I don't know what else to tell you. I'm not gonna be able to do that right now. I was thinking maybe I might be able to. I was thinking in my head at that point, like, yeah, maybe. But at that moment, I knew I couldn't do it. I said, I'm not gonna be able to work on that. They're like, and I said, if that means I can't be here right now, then I can't be here. They're like, all right, you're gonna have to leave for now. But we need you to do that tomorrow. I was like, understood. I didn't come back. I didn't even say that I wouldn't be able to do it later because I didn't know. I actually could have came back the next day. I don't know. Maybe I would have. I didn't know. Maybe I was going to be willing to do that. But after I left this establishment, I was like, I don't think I'm going to be able to do that. Because I know that even if I smile in a certain way, they might be like, oh, it's too fake or whatever have you, right? If you're going to nitpick on the small stuff like that, what else are they going to nitpick on, bro? Like in that same establishment, you had a script that you had to read every shift. A specific script that said things that did not matter actually to anybody in your position. It was just an irrelevant script that you just had to say. And that was one of the things I had to do where I was fired, is say the script that did not actually matter to the job that I was actually doing. And there were things that I didn't actually have to memorize and actually form into a script and say, but I had to do it because they just wanted me to. What else can I say? Like, come on, bro. Come on, bro. Like, come on, bro. It makes no sense. So at the end of the day, what I realized is I couldn't do it. And back on that like turning thing, it's always like no hard feelings, bro. It's really just no hard feelings at all, bro. Also, if you notice with these videos, I'm now talking about specific things more. I'm talking about specific events now. I'm not saying names, but I am talking about specific like people and events now. It is what it is, bro. Sometimes you just gotta be honest. I mean, what else, bro? You gotta say how it is. You're not exposing anything crazy, but you're just saying how it is, right? You're just saying like, this is how this person acted. This is how you don't know who I was talking about. I didn't say their name. That manager that I was talking about who said all that stuff to me. You don't know their name. You don't know what location I was at. I didn't even say the store name. You can probably guess maybe based on stuff, but you don't know even who I was talking about because I never said their name. I'm just like, somebody did this thing to me. You don't know who they are, right? If I say about the people in the group who weren't like really about that for real, like, I don't know what to say, bro. Basically what I'm trying to say is people don't care. People don't care a lot of the time. Like, if they don't care, they don't care. They're going to show you. They're going to show you that they don't care. And that's a big thing here that I'm trying to harp on. I'm trying to help you understand. If people do not care about you, and they don't care about your boundaries, what are you gonna do, bro? What can you do? But say, okay, you don't care about my boundaries? All right, see ya. Put your foot down. Say it, right? Put your foot down and say it. You do not care about me. You do not care about my boundaries for this event thing. I was like, oh, we need to appear for this tournament. Well, it's once a month. It's on a specific day, a specific time. Let's just appear for it. If you're ready to appear for it, appear, be here, ready to go. They said, okay. And they didn't appear. Like, come on, bro. And they won't even notice. They will never, and I mean they will never notice that it was something that affected you until you tell them, or that you show them. You don't even have to tell them, show them. They will never know. ever. They will never know unless you put your foot down. People will always take advantage of you unless you be assertive and put your foot down. They will always take advantage. You will also do the same way. If you're taking advantage of someone, same thing. If they don't put their foot down, that's it. You know, for me, it's like, if I'm going to do something, I'm going to do something. I'm going to be okay with it. What's going to happen? Like, you have to expect that if you're going a certain way, if you're trying to something, like, for example, if I'm trying to be big on YouTube, if it doesn't work out, I have to know what happens when it doesn't. I have to know what that means for my channel and for my future. If it does work out, then it works out. And I know what that means. If I'm going to go hard on YouTube, I know what I'm working towards. I know what happens if I get it or don't get it. It's that simple. The reason I'm uploading every day is I'm serious. I know what I'm trying to do. I know what I'm going towards. I know what my purpose is here with this channel. I know what I'm trying to do with this channel. That's it. Surround yourself with real ones who respect those boundaries, those who actually care, right? But the main point here is set them. Set those boundaries. Actually set them. Genuinely set them. I'm not kidding. Genuinely set those boundaries. If you do not set those boundaries, they won't even know they exist and they will walk all over you. With that being said, I hope you enjoyed. And if you did, leave a like, dislike if you didn't. Comment down below what you think and subscribe for more content. If you want more content, you like this content, subscribe. And then watch the video on the screen because there's probably a video on the screen. It's amazing, I bet. Go ahead and watch it. Go ahead and click on it.